from the community building aspect as well as a lot of lifestyle design things. That's what I've relied on you guys for. And that's been a major influence in my sculpting of MasonWorld.com and the related businesses around that.
Well, we certainly appreciate hearing that. Now, MasonWorld.com would you say that's your primary site right now then that you're working on?
Well, what I did was MasonWorld.com is actually a domain with an age of about 10 years. And I mentioned to you I was a computer geek, so I've always had a domain for monkeying around with website stuff. I used to run my own servers in a closet in my house just as a technology hobby. And so what I decided to do was to turn that into a blog to document my journey online. And really initially it was sort of a make money online journey. That's morphed into what I describe more as an internet business and lifestyle design journey, as I've learned from you guys and others about, needing to envision what I want this thing to be in 5 years as opposed to focusing on making the next $20. It's a really important distinction. And the MasonWorld.com website is an internet marketing teaching site now where I share my experiences. I give as honest and unbiased reviews of things that I'm doing as I possibly can, and I share those with people and have tried to build up a community around that in the way that you guys teach.
Okay, so who would you say is like your primary target market for that? And, who is it that you're actually trying to reach?
Yeah, so initially I thought what I was trying to do was to develop content for search engines and monetize affiliate links on that site. That was my sort of simple-minded initial approach. That was really short-sighted. I mean, clearly what I'm trying to do now is reach people who want to get started online, and particularly I'm starting to focus in on part-time entrepreneurs like me that have a day job that they're not interested in getting rid of. I love my day job, but I am interested in investing in a future internet business that has all kinds of implications for my personal lifestyle. As you guys know very well, you can construct internet businesses that run 24 hours a day completely on automation using outsourcing and other techniques that you teach. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do with MasonWorld.com. So my target market then is people who want to learn how to do that or learn with me, if you will.
Well, I like what you say there because, clearly internet business and internet marketing is a very broad niche in many ways. And there's a lot of, people involved in that niche. But it's very cool that you've found something specific to kind of to set yourself apart and say, look, I'm somebody who enjoys my job and I'm going to niche this down further. And I'm going to reach out to and try to get a community of those people who want to do this. As a part-time or side thing, they like their job, they're enjoying it, and they're wanting to get this go as an extra thing to provide for maybe some other portion of their lifestyle that they're trying to design. So that lesson that can be learned there of just sidestepping your niche or niching down more specifically is very powerful, because now you have a message that flags. Now there's people listening to this even right now are going, oh, well, that's me. And so I'm sure Mark's got some great things to say, some great insights for me, and that, every day he's working a job, but at the same time trying to get his internet business going. And certainly you're going to have insights to offer for them that stay sterling, and I might not, because, we've been out of the 9-to-5 for 6 years now. Maybe, we remember somewhat what it was like to be back there and trying to do stuff at the same time, but, we've I'm sure lost sight of that in many ways. And so that's, it's very cool to hear how you've decided to niche that more specifically for yourself.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I have to say, though, I can't completely take credit for that, right? I mean, you guys teach a lot of the lifestyle design components that lead to that kind of analysis. You also teach a lot of the niche selection and audience focus. It's not necessary to create a business that's all things for all people, right? You can make a business out of specifically what you're passionate about. The things I care about are integrity, teaching people, and the fact that this can be a cash flow positive hobby or serious business, or however you want to describe it. That's gravy, because I think it's really interesting. As a technical person, I'm very interested in the marketing piece. That's something that's not in my formal background with degrees in engineering. So it's been a long learning experience. You guys also talk about that, about being a lifetime learner. And it's been an opportunity for me to learn a lot, and I want to pass that along to people as I can.
Awesome. Now, really quickly, for those who are listening and may be curious, if you can do so without incriminating yourself, what is your day job?
Well, yeah, I won't. You can find me on LinkedIn. I mean, I have an engineering management position at a very large semiconductor company located in the Southwest. So it won't be hard for people to figure out what that is. And I'm in the research and development operation, and I work on next generation semiconductor designs for things in the cell phone space as well as the compute space. So lots of hardcore high-tech semiconductor manufacturing activities going on in my day job.
Gotcha. So, I know what it's like to be an engineer. Does that mean that sometimes you say you love your job? Is this something you still see yourself doing then for a while?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love my job. I love the company that I work for. I do not fit your normal cubicle escape sort of market segment in the short term, at least. I mean, obviously, I don't want to work here until I'm 85 years old.
Yeah.
But right now, I have a clear vision of what I want to do inside of this company in the next 10 years. But that doesn't prevent me from working in a parallel activity that's completely unrelated to my daytime job in the evenings and having a really good time doing it, meeting tons of people, helping people be successful. That's what I'm all about in the evenings, and I really enjoy it.
Very cool. Now, I remember seeing recently in the Academy forums you're talking about looking for some other niches to get involved in as well. Are there some other things that you're working on too, or what's the status? Or are you still just focusing on Mason World, or what are you thinking there?
Well, I recognize that it is healthy to have a diversified business. And knowing a lot about internet marketing allows me to explore affiliate opportunities and other kinds of niches that I care about in various spaces, not just the typical things that internet marketers go after, but maybe I want to be the world's expert on Elvis bobbleheads. I don't, by the way. But if you do Google Elvis Presley neckties, you will find that I dominate the SERPs for Elvis Presley neckties. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things you can
Nice.
get into that are like that. And basically almost anything you care about, you can easily find a way to establish some presence on the internet in that space and start to build both community and achieve search engine rankings that allow you to monetize traffic.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of people have a really hard time with the step of choosing a niche. How did you go about choosing yours?
Well, I'm one of those people. The niche of internet marketing is something that I was just serious about and decided I was going to do. And let me tell you something. If you have ever looked at the internet marketing space from a competitive standpoint, and I know you guys have extensively, it's got to be the most competitive space on the internet for search engine traffic. I mean, you're going up against professional internet marketers to try and talk about internet marketing. It's a very difficult space, and I've been successful in that space. So my first comment just is don't let the competition scare you off. But, I find the best niches are things that you care about. Let me give you an example. My wife is probably the best mother on the planet, and she's interested in raising our child, and one of the things that they do all the time is play. So it turns out she's an expert on children's toys. So we have a website where we sell children's toys. It's a new project that we just started, and as you guys teach, it cost us $20 or $30 to get it up and running, literally. And we're already driving traffic to that site, and we're not going to retire on that income tomorrow, but over time, that site will be one of the sites in our activity that generates positive cash flow and adds to the bottom line, and it allows my wife to participate in the business and focus on something that she is passionate about.
Awesome. That's a great example. So you've kind of implied a few different ways that you're making money. So can you share some examples of how you're making money online? Is it mostly through affiliate income, or what